Hello, wonderful Aquarius, and welcome to your tarot reading for the month of November. In this general tarot reading, we will be looking at your main energy throughout the month of December, any tension points that you might be experiencing, and we will also see what solutions or approaches you could adopt to make most out of your energy and out of your circumstances this month. Since this is a general reading, feel free to leave the bits that don't resonate with you behind and hold the bits that feel important to you close to your heart. And it's wonderful to have you here and to have you back. So I just want to get into your reading to see what's up with you, Aquarius, this month. What unexpected energy can we sense for Aquarius today? So the first card that I will pull will be the card that will show us the context of December. Oh, and we got the Chariot flying out of the deck. Chariot wanted to pop out, and being the seventh major arcana of tarot, the Chariot talks about perseverance. Its perseverance lies in the fast and steady movement, suddenly pulling you towards a specific direction, towards a specific goal, towards victory. And the perseverance bit comes in having faith in whatever roller coaster you're thrown on right now, having faith in this journey, and having faith in the natural development of things in which you don't always have a say in, you don't always have control of. So with Chariot coming in as your main energy in December, Aquarius, I feel like this is a part of your emotional journey. It is, in a way, it feels like don't want to say a personality shift, but basically it's a shift within yourself that is pulling you a specific direction, and is as a consequence lots of things around you are changing, because you are being seated in this magical universal chariot, and the universe has taken the wheel, and whether it is a new relationship that's just blowing your mind and taking you to heavens, whether it is a new job opportunity, or whether it is just a sequence of successes at your work, at your personal life, in your personal goals, and in your relationships or aspirations, whichever that is. I feel like in December, things are sort of just riding you through life, and sometimes all you can do while you're sitting in the chariot is sit back, understand that you don't have the wheel, but that your intuition is making sure you're going the right direction, and your job is to just sit back and perhaps watch the ever-changing landscape outside your ride that is um, dynamic and that is reflecting you how much you're traveling, how expansive and forward moving your journey is. So basically, long story short, Chariot represents a unified, directive, fast movement towards victory, towards goal, towards achievement. So, whatever you've been working through, this is a month of huge leap, fast leap of growth, whether it's in work, in relationships, in health, or in just your inner work and mindsets. The chariot is here to take you on a ride, and with this chariot, at the moment, I'm feeling like this ride feels quite dreamy, even though the chariot represents something fast and out of control and exciting. Now it also feels like a soothing and slow and sort of flowing ride. So I would say this month you're feeling good about something. Things are moving in a direction that feels like a daydream is materializing itself. So just enjoy it and make sure you are balanced so your chariot does not sway too hard one way or another and doesn't fall over. So if you are enjoying the soft and flowy daydream of your everyday existence, remember to also allow yourself to have a reality check once in a while and ground yourself, and that way you'll be able to be in touch with your intuition in more multidimensional ways. Don't be afraid to marry your logic with intuition, your rationality with your absurdism. Just find a way to play around with these things while also allowing them to develop and flow out naturally. So, Aqua, where are you flowing? Let's see. Where does this chariot run into? And another card flipped up. So, speaking of daydreams and dreams coming true, for your middle card we got the Lovers. Usually I don't treat the Lovers as like specifically romantic things happening in your life because that's very obvious, but I guess I just talked myself into the corner, haven't I? So, the Lovers being here, it's making me feel happy. Though at the same time, this middle card can represent a tension point in this spread that I'm using. So, what I'm attracted to in these two cards, what is catching my eye, is the fact that both cards involve dualities in a sense. The Chariot involves the balance of the Sphinx-like figures that are dragging the chariot. It's the universal harmony that will help you go forward in the most helpful and exciting and expansive way, right? And in the Lovers, we have two people. And also the Lovers is talking about choice between two and marrying dualities and loving the opposites, loving the differences, loving the similarities, just all of that dual stuff. Also, Chariot is number 7, Whereas Lovers is the number 6 of major arcana, of the major life lessons of tarot. So I feel like, in a way, we go from 7 to 6, 6 being our problem. So I feel like there's something in the past that you've crystallized for yourself, that you've worked out and reflected for yourself, perhaps in terms of what sort of love you deserve, what sort of relationship you want to be in, how you want to emotionally and lovingly connect with the world, and what sort of love you want to receive. And perhaps doubts about self love or self worth issues could be something that is halting you this month from allowing yourself to propel forward and trust that you're moving in a right direction. So I feel like for you to flow and move forward with ease and with excitement and with awe about the landscape that you're traveling through. I feel like this month, your love life is asking your attention, and whether you are dating someone, or whether you are dating yourself, whether you don't want to date anyone, but are focusing on being a kind and compassionate human to ones around you. I feel like this month, um, be easy on yourself, be slow, soft, and nurturing to yourself, because with Chariot here, it's not like you have to fight hard and suffer and just grind yourself lots to move forward. That work is being done by the universe for you. You sort of have to, instead of very actively and consciously trying to get things done, you're being asked to let go, to release, to be softer, more receptive, more kind, and flow into a state where you offer your own self a hand to hold, and as well as offer other people your hand for them to hold. Just sort of reflect on what sort of love do you want in your life. What sort of love makes you feel loved, and what sort of love um, makes you feel like you are loved for who you are, um, like you are loved for whatever contradictions you live with, and what sort of love makes you feel loved even if you don't feel like you're doing much and you're giving much, um, but you receive this love because you are worthy of it, just through the mere fact that we all intrinsically deserve genuine and warm and abundant love. So, love in general is asking your attention this month, Aquarius, and you're being asked to leave behind the things, the relationship dynamics that you've already left in the past. Allow yourself to move forward and move on. I feel like there might be some trust issues, whether it's trust for yourself, or if you are in a relationship or relationships, perhaps trust for other people. And I would encourage you to follow your gut, but not in the sense of isolating yourself and questioning other people's motives, but more like uh, follow your gut. Follow your gut in the way that your intuition might be showing you in which areas, in which relationships you want to um, establish a more consistent or secure connection, and in which relationships um, you feel safe expressing yourself authentically and vulnerably, and allow yourself to move into those dynamics and feel safe and loved, and stick with the people who have made you feel worthy of this love that is not based on expectation but is based on purely love. You know what I mean? Move towards the things that you've decided are good for you, and move towards the things that your gut is telling you are good for you, for long term, for love, for consistency, for friendship. Choose what feels good. So, the last card that I will pull from this deck that I made for an event, um, the last card will show us a piece of advice that you, Aquarius, could try out and adopt in making most of your victorious and forward moving energy, and make most out of this conversation with yourself about what love has meant for you, what love means for you now, and what love you are um, taking into your future. So, what piece of advice we could offer Aquarius? So this deck is based on the regular tarot cards. It just has a summarized message for each card written on it. So, Aquarius, what do you want to do? And this card pop up. Oh, very interesting. So for your advice, we got Major Arcana, all majors this month, number 2, which is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is asking you to not act, but observe. Listen to your dreams, signs, and intuition. So this is a pretty strong trio, Aquarius, coming from your main energy being a very exciting and very innovative and unexpected ride that's aided by your higher self. We go through the trajectory of questioning your choices and reevaluating love from all different angles, from all different aspects, whether it's self-love, love for others, love for your world and your environment, all of that. And we end on the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is a pretty it's hard to put her into words, because the High Priestess represents all of the things that are hiding behind the universal veil. or whale. Basically, if you imagine the space um, that takes place in between actions, if you imagine the silence that falls between words, if you imagine the state that you're in just as about you're falling asleep and also in the morning right before you wake up, if you imagine all of these in between and very experiential but also very untangible states, right? Um, this is the energy that the high priestess is a guardian of. The high priestess represents intuition through letting go of action and receiving what the world shows you. And sometimes, um, as I said, it's not your job to drag this chariot and pull yourself a specific direction. Sometimes it is a good idea to allow yourself to just sit, relax, and listen in and wait for the answers to come, wait for your intuition to shine through. And the way we hear our intuition is not necessarily through making lots of noise, through making lots of action. It is through observing what signs, what synchronicities, what symbols are slowly flowing into your life and feeling important. It is through perhaps taking note of your dreams if they feel symbolic, or just taking note of what lyrics and songs or what other signs around you are trying to tell you, and through paying attention to that, through making sure you are observing, making sure you are listening, and making sure you are ready to be open to receive unexpected messages and unexpected hunches. Through that, you connect with the energy of the high priestess. So, what I would say, Aquarius, is that this month you are clearly very intuitive. You're very clearly able to get in touch with your intuition. So, I would encourage you to give it space and quiet time to show itself and unravel itself to you. And through trusting your gut and through allowing yourself to hibernate and receive answers, you will naturally keep flowing towards where the universe is pulling you with great determination. And then naturally, the next steps of action will show themselves to you, but at the moment, you don't need to actively sweat and cry and bleed to do much. Instead, take this last month of the year to slow down, rest, and trust your dreams and trust your gut. Wow, Aquarius. You made me feel so soft and relaxed and open, and I'm very excited for you because this month feels very natural, very just soft, healing, but also very promising. Um, so, if you have stayed with me till the end of the reading, Aquarius, Thank you very much. Thank you for allowing me to have a glimpse into what your December could be like, and I hope that you listen to the signs that feel important to you and allow yourself to dream. It was lovely to have you here, and I will see you for readings in the future. Have a wonderful rest and a wonderful intuitive progress. Bye.